Is Lynn an agent?
Hell no.
Brian.
Yes.
Who else?
You're done. You're done. It's all done.
Oh yeah, what's going on, fam? It's your man VACAY-J, and yes, I'm back with another video. This is for Tyler Perry's Ruthless Season 3, Episode 8 recap. And yeah, fam, this one was crazy. Your boy Malcolm not only blows his own cover, but he blows the cover of everybody else. I mean, he is the worst FBI agent for real. Man, so we're going to break this down, Ruth, and the highest they get into it. Listen, before we do this, definitely check out all my episode recaps for Tyler Perry's Ruthless so you get caught up on everything. So let's break down Season 3, Episode 8 of Tyler Perry's Ruthless. So the name of this episode is A Masterful Plan, and the description reads, Dikahn once again becomes suspicious of Andrew after questioning FBI Agent Brian Rollins. And here we are with Brian, still in the torture chamber, being questioned by the highest. I mean, almost all his fingers are gone. He's breathing all hard, like he's hiccuping and everything. And yeah, Lynn is right there, knocked out. Dikahn and Andrew are holding him. And yeah, he's like, listen, you got to tell me something. Tell me something or we're going to take more fingers off. He's like, listen, is this your wife? He's like, yeah, that's my wife. Is she an FBI agent? All you have to do is tell me she is, and then I'll let you go free. But it's like, oh, you love her. Oh, you know, what did they teach you? They should have taught you not to love and all this and that, because it's going to get you killed in this situation. So he's like, you know what? That's fine. Did you know that she was here with a man, a guy named Malcolm? And he's like, what? Malcolm? And look at Andrew's face. He's just like being real quiet, but he's looking at Brian like, don't say nothing. It's not her outside. And, you know, Andrew's like, yeah, you know, the highest, was that a good thing? Did we learn anything? He's like, of course, of course. So now look at your boy Dikahn. He is questioning Andrew because he's like, listen, every time he said help, he was looking at you. What's up with that? And yeah, look at Andrew. He's like, listen, man, we went through this before. You know, I'm with you guys. You know, I'm all for the Raku and everything. And yeah, Dikahn is questioning everything because, yeah, his cover is about to be blown seriously. So now we have the highest, and he's sitting down outside of his trailer, drinking tea. And scumbag Manny comes over talking about, yeah, the sheriff's on his way. Should we alert everybody? And he's like, nah, I'll meet with the sheriff. You know, I'll meet him outside and everything. And he's like, okay. I shouldn't alert. He's like, nah, don't alert everybody. Keep them calm. Keep them calm. So he continues to drink his tea, and he's like, hey, Manny, hey, listen, Dikahn tells me that you're a real good soldier. And he's like, yeah. He's like, well, you know, I need a good soldier for Ruth and everything. So, yeah, we're going to need you to be a good soldier. He's like, okay. He's like, well, that means that it's time to get cleansed. And scumbag Manny has no idea, but all of you already know. Manny's about to get what he deserves. So now we have Joan, and Joan is like, hey, what's going on? He's like, okay, what's the progress? What do we need? And she's like, yeah, everything's good. Everything's fine. We just have to go to the office. We got to go to the branches. We're going to go to 2 branches, but you're going to need a suit because, you know, they don't see you the way we see you. So they need an officer to come to the branches to get that money. And we got to make sure we do it on the low. We got to do it sneak-like so there's no suspicion as we're taking out hundreds of thousands of dollars. So, of course, the highest is like, okay, I'm with that, whatever you say, because Joan sounds like she knows what she's doing. And she does. So Joan rolls over to Ruth. And he's like, Ruth, I think I got a solution to this problem. I'm just going to tell Elder Mother Supreme, Marva, that we don't have enough money to get these pregnancy tests. So you won't have to worry about it. We won't get it. If she questions it, then it is what it is. You know, she's probably going to go to the highest or whatever. But I'll just let her know that it is what it is. We don't have enough money. and that you don't want to upset the highest. So now Joan is looking out for Ruth. And Joan seems to be taking charge in a one-way, shape, or form. So Ruth was like, okay, run along. And that's the same thing, the highest said to Manny, run along, run along. So now we find out that the sheriff's coming, and River has this idea for Ruth to go and bring like some type of tea to the sheriff. And she's like, why should I do that? Because you're going to be the wife to be. And she's like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do all that. That's crazy. Why should I do that? Doesn't make sense. Why should I do that? He's like, yo, you need to do it. And he's getting all frantic and everything else like that. Like, why should she go and give him something to drink? It just didn't even make sense. He's like, listen, you can get your daughter and we can get up out of here. She's like, yo, you don't care about my daughter. You don't care about the kids. Remember, you said FDK, F them kids, right? So now we got the highest and the sheriff. He comes out. It's like, listen, man, this is a whole big mess. What's going on? I'm missing a deputy, and now I'm missing the other deputy, Pope. And the highest is like, hey, listen, I understand that and everything. He said, what happened to my other deputy? It's like, well, you're not got to worry about him anymore. He's like, man, now I got to come up with some type of excuse because the Herbert family, now they're gone. So I got to come up with some type of excuse. He's putting a lot of pressure on me. He's like, listen, it's going to be $2 million for me to keep quiet because I'm going to need all of that money. So he wants the highest to give him $2 million because he knows what's going on. He's like, we're in this together. So here comes Ruth and her stupid ass. Boy, I tell you, she brings over lemonade to the sheriff. She's like, oh, would you like something to drink? And the sheriff's like, hell no, I ain't drinking none of that. Last time I took something from here, I was going all crazy and bugging out. So he opens up the car door, shoves the highest out of the way. He's like, I'm out of here. I'm leaving right now. And he's like, listen, remember what I said. We in this together. The sheriff wants his money, and he wants it right now. So he's like, what are you doing? The sheriff leaves. He's like, what are you doing? Oh, I was just bringing him something to drink. And yeah, the highest goes off on Ruth. Man, now she's on the ground. And she's like, I'm sorry. He's like, I didn't need your help. What is wrong with you? I'm the highest. I mean, he's going nuts, man. He's bugging out. Picks her up off the ground and basically drags her back into the campus. Talking about, I'm the highest. I don't need your help. And these guys are just standing by, just watching, doing nothing. These guards are good for nothing, man. Good for nothing. Takes her back into his trailer. And she's like, I'm sorry. I was just trying to help, In normal circumstances, the wife-to-be, goes and greets the guests. And he basically slaps the taste out of her mouth again. And she's like, I'm sorry. He's like, where's my sword? She's like, here, take the sword. Just, cut my finger off and do whatever you need to do. He's like, I'm not going to do that. And he is obviously frustrated because, now he's telling her and break it down that the sheriff wants $2 million and that, they're looking for the deputies and Melinda's gone. And they got to make up an excuse for the Herberts, for them going missing. So the highest is just really frustrated about everything. And all she's saying is, I'm sorry. I know what you're going through. And she's like, you're the highest. You're all wise. And, if you need to just cut my fingers off, just do whatever you need to do. He's like, why should I do that? And she's trying to calm him down. And she's just like trying to come up with ideas and letting him know that he can figure it out. And he's just like, no, I'm not going to be able to figure out. So she's trying to console him as usual. She's like, you're the highest and I get all my wisdom from you. So he gets the idea to have them lay down and put her head next to his so she can get some wisdom to give him an answer. So she lays down and they lay their heads next to each other, connecting their heads while they're laying down. He closes his eyes, right? And they both close their eyes. But Ruth is like, what is this? What is going on? I mean, she's looking like this dude is insane. Like, what is he trying to do? He's like, all right, give me some of your wisdom that you absorb from me because I'm the highest. And she's looking at him, cutting her eyes like, man, this dude is nuts. So here comes Elder Mother, evil Marva Supreme. So Joan goes over to her and says, hey, what's going on? Yeah, we need to go to the store and everything, and we need to handle some business. But just to let you know, we don't have enough money for your pregnancy tests. So it's not going to happen. We have to get this and that, or we're going to have to cut something out. We're going to have to cut the medicine. She's like, no, I need the medicine. So she's like, no, you can get one. Get at least one. I want you to get one test, and that better be in that bag when it comes back, when the boy comes back. There better be at least one pregnancy test. You can get one. You don't have to get a lot of it. And she's like, okay, Elder Mother Marva, we'll see. We'll see, because we don't have the budget for it. And she's like, making that crazy noise because she's frustrated now. This lady's so evil. She's like, all right, run along. I mean, I'm telling you, the name of this episode should be Run Along, because everybody's saying run along, right? So now we see River talking to Zane. And he's like, listen, I know something's wrong. He's pressing her. And she finally tells him that, yeah, Manny is doing all types of stuff to her that he should not be doing. And she gives up the information finally. And she tells him that also that Manny is the one that took out Melinda, right? Took out Melinda, had her do some stuff in the box. And he basically, took her out, like basically killed her. And he's like, what? He did this to you? All right, I'm going to take care of it. So now River's going to come up with an idea to get Manny, right? And we already know Manny's about to get cleansed. So now here comes the evil Elder Mother Supreme, and she's like, Zane, or she says, girl, hey, listen, have you ever stolen something from the store? And she's like, yeah, I did a long time ago. She's like, well, you know what? You're going to go to the store with the boy, and I'm going to need a pregnancy test. So, you're going to go to the store, you're going to buy what you need, and you're going to borrow the pregnancy test and bring it back to me. Okay, all right. And they're like laughing and then everything. And then, yeah, she's basically telling her to steal a pregnancy test. The Elder Mother Marva is crazy. So now we are in this punishment trailer, and we got the sore, the terrible, the, sour couple here. And they're trying to figure out how to get out. It's obvious that Lacey is getting hangry. She's hungry. She's like, yeah, you was messing around with the highest. He's like, no, I wasn't messing around with the highest. What are you talking about? So they're like arguing, going back and forth because they're hungry. And she's like, I'm so hungry. I'm so frustrated. She's just real frustrated. I would be frustrated too, being in that punishment trailer like forever with no food or nothing. So all of a sudden, a plate comes through that little pocket in the door, that little doorway. And who is it? It's your girl, Zane, with a nice plate of food. But she puts the plate all the way on the other side of the door, and they can't even reach it. What the heck? Why you ain't just put it in front of them so they can get it? It's like, listen, we can't reach it. We need a key. We need a key. She's like, okay, I gotta go. So she tries to get out of there. And who shows up? Yeah, of course. Scumbag Manny shows up out of nowhere. Why does he always have to show up at the wrong time? He's like, what are you doing? It's like, I'm leaving. He's like, you shouldn't be here. Come on, come with me. And now, yeah, you already know, Scumbag Manny's going to try to do something else to her. Poor Zane, man. Man, Zane, do something, man. Do something. But River's going to do something. So here comes Dikahn. And he's going to the freezer. Guess who's in the freezer? Yes. And I say yes, happy yes. Malcolm is in the freezer. And yeah, Dikahn is like, hey, you going to talk to me now? You're going to tell me who the FBI agents are? He's like, let me out of here and I'll tell you. He's freezing. Like, I'll tell you who it is. He's like, no. So he takes him out and he's freezing. Malcolm is freezing and we are just laughing, right? And so is Dikahn. Dikahn's laughing. He's like, well, tell me who it is, right? Tell me who it is. It's like, no, if I do, you're going to kill me. No, I don't want to tell you. He's like, listen, man, you better tell me who it is. So is Lynn an FBI agent? Hell nah, she's not an FBI agent. He's like, the FBI is going to come and get you. I'm a federal agent, and they're going to come and get you, right? So he's like, who else? Is Brian an FBI agent? He's like, yes. He sounds like a little snake because he is a snake. And he's like, who else? Who else is an FBI agent? Tell me now. You're going to go back into the freezer. Tell me right now. And Dikahn is pressing Malcolm. Who is it? Who else is an agent? He's like, he's laughing like, you should know. You should know. He's like, Andrew. Andrew is a federal agent. Andrew is FBI. Man, Malcolm gives up Andrew and blows Andrew's cover wide open. Man, listen, we do not like Malcolm, man. And Malcolm, he's just laughing hysterically. He's like, you dumbass, you should have known. And he's laughing. He's like, it was Andrew. It's Andrew. And he's laughing like a crazy person. Man, crazy episode. So that is the recap of season 3, episode 8. Listen, fam, drop your thoughts below. Andrew, his cover is totally blown after all this time. Here comes, man, Malcolm to do all of that. And your girl, Ruth, I think she's in trouble. Because the highest, he's going nuts for real, for real. He's out of his mind. So, family, let me know your thoughts and your theories. This was another crazy episode. Again, I appreciate you all for watching. And absolutely, definitely press that like button. Comment below. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. And we're going to keep this thing going. So you know what it is, fam. It's your man, VACAY-J. And until next time, salute.